we might just be watching the greatest generation of players at their AFL clubs. The last couple weeks saw the conclusion of all the club best and fairest, with the results not all that surprising in terms of the winners, but looking a bit deeper, revealed the level of players we are currently watching. Multiple superstars are on track to shatter previous club records, while two football families etch themselves in history. But it's a trio of players that are on the path of becoming their club's greatest ever servant. It's also fitting they are each the captains of their respective clubs. Let's start with the Brownlow medalist for this season in Patrick Cripps. His second Brownlow already vaulted him in the Blues history books, making him the only player in club history to win 2 Brownlows while playing for Carlton, and he did it in some style with a ridiculous 45 votes. So it was no surprise that on Best and Fairest night, he won the John Nicholls medal easily. Overall, it's his 5th and now places him equal first with John Nicholls himself for most club Best and Fairest won. At 29, he has so many more years of his prime left, and by this time next season, it will be no shock to see Cripps the lone leader on the list. Another superstar who received their 5th Best and Fairest was Essendon captain Zach Merrett. 2024 was the second highest rated season of his career, and his total return of 14 goals was a career best. Like all great players, he carried the Bombers at times and was still performing at his best even during their back season slide in form. It is also noteworthy, Merrett's 7th podium finish in the last 7 years is the best record in the current day AFL and proves how consistent he is. His 2024 Crichton medal puts him equal second in the all-time medal leaderboard. He is now equal with the great James Hird, who won his 5 between 1994 and 2007. Now Hird did win 3 straight from 1994 to 1996, which Merrett has the chance to equal next season. But both are 2 Crichton medals off the dual leaders in Dick Reynolds and Bill Hutchinson, who each have 7. From 1935 to 1956, which is 22 VFL seasons, 14 of those best and fairest were won by either Reynolds or Hutchinson. Both also played in 4 Essendon premierships, with Hutchinson the captain in all of them, while Reynolds won 3 Brownlows himself. A couple more best and fairest for Merrett, who is just 29, would elevate his name next to these club and VFL greats. And the final of the trio is Marcus Bontempelli. Despite Adam Treloar having a career best year himself and polling 26 Brownlow votes, like the other 2, Bontempelli easily took home his 6th Charles Sutton medal. He's now equal with Gary Dempsey with 6 best and fairest, and moved past John Schultz, Norman Ware and Ted Whitten, who all won 5 club best and fairest. You might think Bontempelli is now on top, but there is still 1 player ahead of him. On 7 best and fairest is Scott West, who won his Sutton medals between 1995 and 2005. Bontempelli turns 29 in November and will be a shot at not only equaling the record, but breaking it in the next few years. By the way, his 6th club best and fairest before turning 29 puts him in an exclusive group, and the others to achieve that in VFL AFL history are John Murphy, Dick Reynolds, Kevin Murray, Bob Skilton, Gary Dempsey and Lee Matthews. The Dacos family made more history of their own. It was no shock as Nick Dacos cruised to his first Copeland Trophy win after another huge season for Collingwood. With his brother Josh winning the trophy last season, they became just the 5th set of brothers in VFL AFL history to win back-to-back best and fairest. They joined the Collier, Nankervis, Danaher and Coventry brothers to achieve the feat. But they sit atop of all families because of their father's career. Peter Dacos' 1982 and 1988 Copeland Trophy wins mean they are the only father and 2-son trio to win at least 1 best and fairest each in the entire game's history. Their football ability really does run in the family. The other father-son duo to make history was Jack and Todd Viney. Although Melbourne endured a difficult 2024 both on and off the field, their warrior in Jack Viney still performed great. He averaged 21 disposals per game, with 4.6 clearances, being tough around the contest, and surprisingly, he kicked 10 goals, which is a career high. He was able to just hold off Max Gawn to claim his second Keith Truscott Memorial Trophy, the first of which he won in 2016. He equals his father's total of 2 best and fairest, which he won in the 1993 and 1998 seasons. They joined Tim and Joe Watson and Sergio and Stephen Silvani as the third father-son duo to win multiple best and fairest at the same club. Brisbane's Merritt Murray medal also had a significant result. Some may argue being the best and fairest in a premiership season is the best individual accolade you can get. It was fitting that Lachie Neale took it home in a thrilling count. He beat out Dane Zorko, who got 72 votes, and Josh Dunkley, who got 71. Neale himself polled 73, and the results show you how even a contribution the Lions got over this season. We all think of Voss, Ackermanis and Black as the greatest Lion players of all time, but Zorko and Neale need to be in the conversation. Zorko holds the record with 5 Merritt Murray medals, including 4 in a row from 2015 to 2018, while Neale, with his 2024 win, has 4 himself. It's also important to factor in Neale has only been a Brisbane player for 6 seasons and did win 2 best and fairest at Fremantle. For perspective, Voss, Black and Jonathan Brown won 3 Merritt Murray medals each, while Ackermanis won 2. If we are being technical, Voss did win 2 best and fairest at the Brisbane Bears, but it's still fair to say that Zorko and Neale are officially among the greats of the Brisbane Lions Football Club. There were also another group of notable winners. For Hawthorn, who had the closest top 10 finish by far, Jai Newcombe took home the Peter Crimmins medal. He becomes the first mid-season draft pickup to win a best and fairest in its reintroduction, and shows you how quickly he's improved. He's still only 23 years old, and it points to a fantastic development system Hawthorn has right now. The other young stars to join him were Zach Butters and Caleb Serong. Both players have now won back-to-back best and fairest at their clubs, and at just 24 and 23 years old, they will no doubt be in the same conversation as Cripps, Merritt and Bontempelli in 5 or 6 years' time.